So I've just spent a couple of weeks now in Mauritius and recouped. So actually, bizarrely, I've been able to switch off quite a lot from social media, from a lot of my day-to-day activity. I've got some great property managers in the UK that we're buying 21 flats at the moment. As part of our title splitting growth strategy, we're doubling our size over the next 3 years, and it's very much aggressive growth in that process. The reason why that is because buying blocks of flats is the only way that I now, 20 years later, I'm still doing, and I'm finding that's the only strategy right now that makes complete sense, because buying those is, I'm able to buy them below market value. Take an example of, I've just about to complete on 2 blocks, well actually on Friday, on the 19th, this Friday 19th, I'm buying blocks of 6 flat, 2 shops, paid around 250,000, and it's going to GDV out at 540. That means I'll be able to take all my money out, leave passive income on each of these flats as well as the 2 shops. That will yield around £5,000 per month on rent. By the time I pay my remortgage, somewhere around £2,000, that is a very nice deal. Well, I'll probably make around £3,000 passive income. Take all my money out, buy the next block. Another block of flats, 6 flats, £1 million. That will revalue 975,000 technically. That will revalue up at 1.3, 1.4 million. That again will leave me with very little, if not no money into the deal, yielding. That one is not as good as the first one, but we're buying capital appreciation here on a huge amount. It's seafront, sea facing, 6 flats that are gonna be basically renting forever in a nice part of Kent. And the other one is block of 9 flats up north, paid 530. Well, it was 580. I paid 530, and on average 9,763, so 9,654. So it's less than 60k a flat. By the time I finish with it, the GDV will be around 750, and I'll be able to again take all my money out. So the key here is to keep recycling that cash out, because I don't know about you, I will run out of money if I don't keep raising the same money, and that's why I've been able to double in size over the last kind of 10 years and then keep growing as much as possible. But on the other note, in Mauritius we bought a quality villa that's pretty much getting renovated as we speak. I reckon by the end of the year it'll be all completely done. We've still been renting it as it is now, but by the end of the year all the works that I want to do will be done. The challenge is finding good tradesmen, good contractors that then can do a level of spec that we'd expect, which has been quite a challenge. So I've gone through a few of those now, and I've just met another guy who happens to be working up the road, and he was A, on time, B, I've seen his level of work already. So, but again, the good tradesmen are always busy, just like England. So I'm waiting for him in October to do another bit of work that I want to get done in that villa. As well as I've just put an offer in for another quite a decent property actually, beachfront, and I'm hoping to hear from the sellers as we speak. The idea is, one, is below market value. 2, there's a lot of work to add value to it. 3, it's seafront, literally on the actual beach. 4, the land is huge. It's whilst you can't actually build another plot of land on it, which is fine, but you can actually have a massive amount of space. You can put lots of pergolas, outdoor areas, even a swimming pool if you wanted to. I'm not sure whether it's justifiable being on the beach, but that's not, that's probably £1 million worth of property there that will, by the time you spend the money on it, it'll probably be worth 1.5, 1.8. But the idea is we will rent it to high-end customers, and yeah, maybe potentially on Airbnb, but certainly friends and family. So all in all, 2.5 weeks in Mauritius, been pleasant. My son's not enjoyed it as much because he's missing he's a teenager. He's been missing his mates, but everybody else had a good time. So looking forward to getting back to work now for the next week or so, and then we're in France, in the south of France, for a week. But again, the whole point of this is trading. Remember, I was working for companies for 20 years and being told that you've already got 20 annual leave days, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to book in advance, you have to tell me or the managers when you want to go on holiday. I mean, this is all nonsense. I just thought, oh my god, I can't live my life forever like this. I've been able to get out of this corporate shackles, and quite frankly, the funny thing is, you know, directors of mine that used to direct and manage these big companies, blue chip companies, are now coming to me to learn about how to passively income generate themselves, because they realize now they might be a director earning, you know, 150 grand a year or something, and actually that's, excuse my French, jack shit, because actually you are being taxed at 50%, then you are selling your time all the time. You can't, you are not your own person. You are still at the mercy of the corporations, and guess what, the minute you lose that job, that salary is gone, you've got nothing else to fall back on. So if you're interested in saving yourself for the next 20 years of being in shackles by corporations, companies, working for other people, selling your time for the income that you need to live, then, you know, if you're ready to jump, get in touch with me. You know, DM me, email me, mobile text me, and let's have a chat about how we can get you on a one-to-one with me. You get me undivided attention for 4 weeks at the start, where I teach you everything that I know over 25 years in 4 weeks. Then I shape your plan with you around what your goals and objectives and your money that you've got to invest to then generate passive income, so that in a few years time you've got £10,000 producing per month, that you are able to be like what I am, you know, able to pick up and go, we've got kids so we can't go during term time, but you are able to have a better life that otherwise would have been working, like the adage is, you know, you work forever, build a pension pot. When you're 65, so 67 now, you retire, but by that time, God forbid, you know, A, you might not be alive, B, your knees are shot, you're tired, you don't want to be doing shit, you know. So I've realized that, you know, the time that I jumped ship at 40 was the best time. Actually, if anything, I should have tried to go a bit earlier, but you know, it is what it is. I wasn't sure I was ready, but now looking back, maybe a few years earlier than 40 would have been okay. But I think you've just got to take that leap and trust in yourself that A, you've got to work hard, you want to put the efforts in, you've got to be able to you know, get off your ass and actually do things, because nobody's going to give it to you otherwise. So Azid, 25 years of experience, you know, I've got multiple properties, two masters, pedigree over corporations, so life in corporations. So send me a DM and we can chat.